to come on the style aisle as well. It's been brilliant. All for such a good cause as well. So, thanks to Joe and Natalie and the team at Beyond Models, I've been given the opportunity to stand here and talk to you all about a condition called lipoedema. I am just going to say one thing though. I originally wanted to wing this speech and just kind of go on my own thing. And everyone said to me, no, don't. So I haven't. I've brought down 3 pieces of paper, and I feel now I need to stick to every single thing that I am saying. So if I am looking zoned in on this, that's the reason why. But hopefully the message comes across. So I talked to you about a condition called lipoedema. Some of you may have heard of it, some of you may not have. Some of you might be living with it, and some of you might love someone who is living with it. What exactly is lipoedema? It's a chronic illness, and it's a connective tissue disorder that affects the lymphatic system. And it's thought to primarily affect 11% of those assigned female at birth. Over time, a build-up of this fat appears on the body, usually starting on the legs. You may or may not have noticed when I've been strutting my stuff there, my legs. It can then progress onto the arms, stomach, and so on. The main triggers for this tend to be hormonal shifts. So puberty, pregnancy, perimenopause, and menopause. And recent research is suggesting that trauma and stress play a huge factor in this too. It's a bit of a misconception that to have lipoedema, you have to be living in a larger body. Everybody, regardless of shape, size or age, can have this condition. It does not discriminate. It can make your body look a little bit out of proportion, often making the arms and legs appear heavier and look bigger too. Now, there's much more to lipoedema than just how it looks. It goes a lot deeper than that. The slightest touch can make someone scream out in pain. Lipoedema can be such a painful condition. You can bruise like a peach from, again, just the slightest touch. Our limbs can feel heavy, almost like they are encased in cement. Mine tend to also feel like there's bugs running up and down my legs at times, or like a Coke bottle, if you fizz it, and all the bubbles running up and down that. Another weird thing that goes alongside lymphedema, again you may have noticed, is you don't really tan. So my legs there, you may have noticed I looked in the mirror and I was like, yeah, I'm glad these are out because my thighs were tan, but where the lymphedema maybe hits on my lowers, pale. There's nothing there. The sun can go on them, nothing will affect them. With lymphedema being such a stubborn fat, the only way to fully remove it from your beautiful body is through surgery. And unfortunately, our fantastic NHS doesn't provide this. There is an option to go private, but that is super costly. So many of us manage this condition ourselves. It can be through compression therapy, but that isn't for everyone. There's dry brushing, again, that isn't for everyone. Trying to eat anti-inflammatory foods and finding a joyous movement that works for you. It just takes time to figure out what works best for you, your body and your lifestyle. It's also important to remember that lipedema isn't your fault. One of the main reasons awareness for lipedema is important is because this condition, just like many others, can make people feel so alone. It isn't a rare condition though, it's just rarely diagnosed. And I'm sure you can imagine why. A diagnosis can be a hard fight for some, and it really shouldn't be. Many people have told me that after they've had a diagnosis, they finally feel free, and they can understand what is happening to their body and going on with it. As you have seen, I have advanced lipedema, which basically means I am riddled in this stubborn fat. I am covered in it. My legs don't look like textbook legs. I have a bracelet effect on my ankle and my wrists, as well as fat pads on my knees and elbows. But, and this is a great big but, there's nothing wrong with how my body looks. It would be so easy for me to hide away, and for many years I did. I would live in black baggy trousers, big old hoodies, not because that's the vibe I fancied that day, but because I felt like I had to. I felt like I had to hide, I had to shrink myself. I felt like I wasn't allowed to take up space, and I felt like I wasn't good enough. Well, I think we can all safely say my mindset has now changed. Over time, I came to realise that my way of thinking wasn't actually my way of thinking. These thoughts I had about myself, about my body, about what I could and couldn't do, weren't actually my thoughts. They were everyone else's. Think of it this way. When we are born, we don't enter this wonderful world hating ourselves. We don't hear the midwife call, £7 2 ounces, and we think, I just want to be in them sixes. As we grow, we don't try to stay in the same size clothes, or pick our hair or eye colour. No, this is all learned behaviour. Stuff we consume from the media, from magazines, ripping apart celebrities for daring to be human and having cellulite. It's adverts on the TV telling you to eat nothing but cereal to get into a pair of jeans, when in actual fact, the amount of money you spend on that cereal, you could just go and buy a new pair of jeans in a size that you need. Watching a film, and the main character always has a fat, funny friend with 0 love interests. 0. Boom, exactly. Boom. So you can't even go to the cinema without being told, you're lovable. You're lovable. Sometimes these comments may come from people we love about themselves. You might think that someone is the most beautiful person in the world, and they'll say negative things about their body or about another's. And this is why it's so important to be mindful on how we speak, not only to ourselves, but about others too. Words are so powerful, and you never know who is listening. Over time, all this bleeds into us and our mindsets, how we feel about ourselves, how we see ourselves, what we think we are worth. It's no surprise so many people suffer with low self-esteem and poor body confidence, just keeping ourselves hidden. Well, I'm here to tell you, this needs to stop. Even better, let's stop it before it even begins. You need to know your worth. You need to know you are capable, and that really, your body is the least interesting thing about you. So how do we start this? Well, starting small is always a good step into a self-acceptance journey. Talking positively to yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and list one thing you like. You could try on clothes that are out of your comfort zone, or just simply dress for you, not for others. Have fun, experiment, find joy in layering that beautiful body of yours in different materials, different cuts, different colours. You could make sure most of the people you follow on social media are people that are the same body type and of the same mindset as you. And a thing that I really like to do is finding glimmers in the day. This is always really good on difficult days. Take 5 minutes, sit back, and just think of one positive thing that's happened. It could be the smallest thing ever, but it's a positive thing that's happened, and that really helps. It is so important that you don't let what others may or may not think of you dictate your time on this earth. It's all about how you see the world, what it can bring, not how the world sees you. When you drop the weight of other people's thoughts and opinions, you can achieve anything you want. Be it in career, love, travelling, just living your very best life. Don't shrink yourself, don't dim your light or lower your laugh. You are who you are for a reason. Own it. As I'm standing here tonight, you can see my body doesn't fall within your normal beauty standards, yet here I am. In fact, here we all are. All of the wonderful models tonight have been incredible, flaunting what our mama gave us on the style aisle. You might think, oh, how confident they all are, but I'll let you in a little secret. We all have days where we look in the mirror and we don't like what we see. We're human. It's acceptable. It's allowed. There's nothing wrong with that. However, we are all comfortable within our bodies. They are our homes, and they house our magnificent souls, our wonderful spirits, and our kind hearts. And that is where acceptance starts. Knowing your worth, understanding your unique beauty, and reveling in the brilliance of you. Every curve, every crease, every freckle, everything about you deserves to be celebrated. And there is no better place to start than the present. So, I invite you all to join in with me for 3 affirmations. I'll say one at a time, and after each one, please say it back. The louder, the better. The more you believe them, the more you repeat them, get into a routine with them, and the more powerful they are. Are we ready? Yes! I am beautiful.
I am beautiful.
I am powerful.
I am powerful.
I am loved.
I am loved.
Oh, the different, we can add worthy on there as well. I am worthy. How good did that feel? Yes. Thank you so much for letting me stand here and chat tonight, and I hope you're all enjoying the show. If you have any questions about lipedema, you're more than welcome to reach out to me, or you can look at the groups online. And finally, please remember to be kind to yourself. You are worthy of a fantastic life. You are beautiful and doing amazing. Thank you.